The man accused of taking part in Victoria Martin's brutal murder has a lot to say about the little girl.
As Target 7's Nancy Laughlin reports, what he is saying could come back to bite him.
By now, Fabian Gonzalez is well aware.
It's going to be on Wednesday on Channel 7.
Target 7 has been monitoring his phone calls from jail and calls from 2 other suspects in the murder of Victoria Martins. And despite warnings from his attorneys and family members,
please do not say anything over the phone again.
He talks a lot about the little girl he's accused of murdering.
Victoria was here. So she could see that these allegations weren't true against me and that I was a good person, you know what I mean?
He denies his role in Victoria's death.
I didn't do this. I know they know I didn't do this.
He tells his mother he thinks about her a lot.
I say, God, and please Victoria so rest in peace and let her know that she'll have a special place in the heart and that I'll always be with her. With me. And that I'll see her when I get to heaven.
Yes.
Every day, every night.
He's convinced he'll be found not guilty in a jury trial, so much so that he wants nothing to do with the plea deal.
I know they're trying to say, well, maybe do this, maybe do that, maybe accept this, you know what I mean? Like the plea thing. No, I'm not doing that, you know what I mean? I'm not doing that.
KOAT's legal expert listened to some of the calls and says Fabian is doing exactly what attorneys warn their clients not to do.
Don't talk about strategy. Don't talk about the facts of the case. Don't talk about your thoughts and your feelings, because someone is listening in.
It's not just Target 7 who can listen to these calls. Attorneys fighting for justice for Victoria could use them too in court.
Someone who's been sitting in custody as long as he has is going to have a lot of telephone calls.
He's been in a jail cell for 14 months.
If someone who's sitting in jail for a long time is saying, I'm not going to take a plea deal, I'm going to go to trial, I think you have to pay attention to that, because that person is saying, I didn't do what they are accusing me of doing. So that's certainly some insight into what they're thinking.
Next year, a jury will decide whether he's guilty or innocent. And in the meantime, Fabian needs to decide whether he's happy with his attorney.
My lawyer is hired, the state hired him, subcontracting, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know, but if that's the case, then I'll just have to go get you a private one.
They're called pro bono lawyers, and what they do is they look at special cases like mine.
And because of the nature of this horrific crime, he's already getting some of the top defense lawyers in New Mexico who will have to convince a jury that even though he was in the apartment where the crime happened, he had nothing to do with it. For Target 7, I'm Nancy Laughlin.